Well, good evening, folks, or good morning, depending on, I guess it's up to you to download the show and listen to it at your own leisure, at either the morning time, nighttime, good what have you. It's another beautiful night here, or morning, you know?
Or afternoon.
And it could be shitty out, I don't know.
All right, everybody, better late than never. Welcome to the podcast. As always, I have to start this off with a disclaimer. So as a heads up, this is an entertainment comedy podcast and by no means is intended as an educational one. So with that being said, if you're easily offended at comedy shows, movies, TV shows, or any medium of entertainment, please don't listen. If you're incapable of occasionally hearing something that contradicts your views without outright instinctually getting offended, please don't listen to this. I'm heavily of the idea that anything and everything can and should be laughed at, as it takes away the power from those ideas being able to harm you negatively. With that being said, welcome to the MERC Podcast, Episode 6, title pending. Now, we come back with one of my favorite segments, the Guess the News segment. So, without further ado,
it's time for another edition of Guess the News.
I have to know more information. I shouldn't have read just this headline. From the headlines that I've read, this man is innocent. Here's the victim.
Man, these guys don't know shit.
And we move on to one of my first stories. That was a phone ding. My bad, people. That's going on silent. Apple's latest commercials about not tracking you and providing privacy have just mysteriously disappeared, at least based on what I've seen. I rarely watch TV. Now, their stated claim was that they provide you with privacy, but now we see that that's just a lie. As TechCrunch reported that Siri records you regularly, and this is sent to Apple contractors for analyst claims and such forth, as noted by a whistleblower. So, Apple be listening to everything. You're not safe on that end. Don't use that excuse, people. Now, as a tech junkie, whenever it comes to most of my products, I like what Apple does. They streamline their product, but I'm also heavily against what they end up doing for phones. They tend to limit you. I mean, by all means, get an iPhone. I mean, generally, they have their apps faster than Android does, but they tend to put the limiters on you. They tend to slow things down to give you that streamlined process. Basically, they don't trust you with their product, which is why they're very heavy against the idea of people messing with their product. But that's just me getting on a soapbox. I'll get off of that. One thing that I will say, though, one last thing about that, is that privacy seems to be non-existent and is now a pastime from a previous lifetime. Your secrets will soon all be exposed. Be prepared to hate everyone for everything and for everyone to hate you as a result of that, too. Again, soapbox. So, on to we're keeping that in there because I don't want to edit that. Now, on to music, movies, and other media. Now, I want to always try to incorporate some things that people might want to check out. As mentioned before, I'm a big fan of comedy, comedians in general, podcasts, everything like that. So I want to bring you this Hannibal Buress bit, just so you could get a little bit of taste from him. Now, for those of you that maybe have not heard too much of Hannibal, Hannibal's basically the guy who took down Cosby. He was the straw that broke the camel's back in that situation. But beyond that, he's a very talented comedian, amazingly funny. And here's one of his bits that came out in one of his previous specials.
There's a trend in rap music now. A lot of rappers talk about taking Molly, which is MDMA, a form of ecstasy. But they talk about it in this tough manner. It's not a tough drug at all, but you hear them rap, gee, I'm on that Molly, feeling very emotional, touching stuff. I just masturbated to the color blue, I'm on that Molly. I just danced by myself, just me on my ass on the wall for 45 minutes, yo. This Molly got me gone, man. Not tough. I was at a party last summer. One of my friends gave me half a pill of ecstasy. I took it. It was smooth. I was enjoying myself. I don't know what it was about this particular batch, but it made me okay with pissing myself. Like the whole thing. And I was in line for the bathroom. I had all intentions on going the right way. My heart was pure, but then all the liquid fell out of my body. The whole batch fell out of my body, and I think under normal circumstances, if I pissed myself, I would have said, damn it, I just pissed myself. It's time to get out of here. But there was something about the exit. You know what? I pissed myself, but guess what? I'm about to dance this shit dry. Yeah, it's very exciting. Some of my jokes have music cues. It's fun. I want to do that punchline again. Dance that shit dry. That's very exciting. Y'all should try comedy. This is one of the benefits of it. Dance that shit dry. No. I see a woman, she looks very confused about the situation. Don't worry, you're just watching a man living out his dream in that joke.
Alrighty, so that was Hannibal Buress doing one of his bits from his previous specials, as mentioned before. Now, moving on forward, I wanted to cover some of the podcasts that we're going to be going over here. Now, these were just podcasts that I've listened to recently, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all going to be included for this episode, but just for notable mentions as to what I've been listening to. The recent episode of The Steve Austin Show with Chavo Guerrero, Your Mom's House Podcast, specifically episode 508, The Real Ass Podcast with Godfrey. That was definitely a good one. And because he seems to put out a lot of content, Louis J. Gomez put out a second episode with Ian Fidance and Robbie Goodwin and Chris from Brooklyn from High Society, another podcast that I usually tend to cover. And a more emotional podcast that, unfortunately, there weren't any segmented clips that I could pull from this one, but it was I Be Crying a Lot with Jimmy Martinez. That dude is crazy, and if you haven't heard his podcast, Fire in the Hole, or heard his story, he's definitely somebody that you want to check out in the scene for New York comedy. Tim Dillon is Going to Hell, episode 158. The Legion of Skanks Podcast, episode 423 with Francis Ellis. Jeremiah Wonders, episode 81 with Erik Griffin. That had a bit of an accent there that I don't even know what the hell that was. And the ENC Pod of Awesomeness with Matt Sydal. That for sure didn't have any clips that I used for this episode, but a great listen if you're a wrestling fan to just get into that. Now, we're moving on to the reason why this podcast was created, the Wrestling Review.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right. As mentioned, this is the Wrestle Recap Review, and we're going to be covering the events from Raw, well, not just from Raw, from July 22nd to that following Saturday, being the 27th. Now, on July 22nd, for Raw, we're just going to be covering a bit of the highlights, being that we are a little bit behind. So with that being said, in no particular order, Austin cut a promo to end the show, and there really wasn't much said, but, I mean, the thing that we could take from that is that Austin doesn't need to say anything to get over. Foley put Bray over, as he was attacked by Bray in the Fiend mode. The 24/7 title changed a lot of times, as this was a reunion show, so we had a lot of legends. People who ended up reclaiming the title, losing it, with Truth ultimately regaining it by the end of the show. Cena trashed the Usos about their arrest history, specifically in this case for their arrest. As we all remember, the Usos have a bad history of drinking and driving. Hey, I hope the guys get better. No disrespect to them. But if the most recent episode of Your Mom's House had taught us anything...
Drink responsibly. Take your Ubers,
Yeah, that's right. Take your Ubers with a V, not a B. But all much respect to Jimmy and Jay. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys don't get injured or put yourselves in danger. We never want to lose anybody in that type of situation. It's absolutely meaningless. But, again, soapbox, get off of that. Drew McIntyre put the beat down on Cedric Alexander by giving him a hell of an Alabama slam to the ring apron. The Viking Raiders took victory over Ryder and Hawkins. Reigns got the victory over Samoa Joe. Ray defeated Sami Zayn. And in an awkward exchange, Seth Rollins with a bunch of legends gets the victory over AJ Styles. On to SmackDown, July 23rd. Now, highlight of the show, Timestamp for this, if you go to 43 minutes and 52 seconds-ish, we see Big E doing the air guitar with the tag title. And we all want to see an air guitar show-off between Big E and Kyle O'Reilly happen now. Nakamura got the win over Apollo Crews. Dolph Ziggler was able to steal the victory and not steal the victory, but steal the show, as his name is, by super kicking Shawn Michaels. Ember Moon got the win over Charlotte. Kofi issues a challenge to Orton for SummerSlam, which resulted in Orton giving an RKO to Joe and Kofi delivering a Trouble in Paradise to Orton. Balor issues a challenge to Bray at SummerSlam. And Owens was able to take on Reigns, but ended in chaos amongst Shane and company. Thus ended SmackDown. For 205 Live, July 23rd, Humberto Carrillo and Raul Mendoza picked up a win against the Lucha House Party in a tremendous tag match. 205 Live has just constantly been getting better and better, and this is a reason why. Just good old wrestling. Oney Lorcan was able to pick up a win over... Let's see right here, Tony Lisner, which was just local talent. Tony Eisner, my apologies. In an amazing main event, Isaiah Swerve Scott had a tremendous match with Drew Gulak, but the match ultimately ended with Gulak hitting the Cyclone Clash to pick up the win, which I'm sure he's done it before, but this was the first time for me at least seeing Gulak pick up a win with anything other than a submission. So that was pretty cool, but... One thing to take notice here, I think Gulak is probably one of the few 205 Live competitors that has been utilized in many different forms, in many different promotions. Different brands. In the case of the WWE, being that he was on Evolve, as were other 205 Live stars, but he's been on NXT. He's made his appearances on Raw, although he hasn't really had a match on Raw. But nonetheless, I'm always glad to see the cruiserweights get their due, as they should, because they tend to put on stellar performances. We're moving on now to NXT for July 24th. Jordan Miles was able to pick up a victory over Angel Garza for the semifinals in the NXT Breakout Tournament. Johnny Gargano stated that he wants to pick a street fight stipulation for his takeover match in Toronto against Adam Cole. Bianca Belair won against Xia Li in her match. Killian Dane gives his thoughts as to why he attacked Matt Riddle last week, basically because Riddle is somebody in this case. We see Mia Yim take out Jasmine Manduke backstage. Wow, that was a bit of a pause there. While also hearing that she did the same to Marina Shafir 2 weeks ago. Pete Dunne makes his appearance, interrupting the Velveteen Dream and Roderick Strong, announcing that their match for TakeOver Toronto will now be a triple threat match. This is truly one of those matches that is going to be must-see in this case, because those guys always put on tremendous matches. Io Shirai's match against Casey Catanzaro was interrupted by Candice LeRae. Adam Cole announces his pick for the stipulation that will be a standard, as worded, classic wrestling match for the TakeOver match in Toronto. And a good friend of my current wrestling school, Keith Lee, took on Damian Priest in a tough main event, which resulted in Damian Priest picking up the victory in this contest. Now onwards to NXT UK for July 24th. Start of the show, we kick off with Kaylee Ray, Ginny, and Jazzy Gabbard picking up the win against the trio of Toni Storm, current champion, Piper Niven, and Xia Brookside. And the current reigning champ for NXT UK, Walter, picked up a win against Trent Seven due to ref stoppage after delivering 6 power bombs to Trent Seven. That was a beatdown. And we're covering Impact for this week as well. First match of the show, Kiera Hogan is taking on Jordynne Grace, which resulted in Grace picking up a victory via pinfall. We have backstage antics with Tessa Blanchard and Sami Callihan. Second match of the night, Moose takes on Ray Steele, and Moose picked up the win via pinfall after hitting his spear. Post-match, Moose is now requesting an opportunity for the world title and putting an exclamation point to this demand by powerbombing Ray Steele on the apron. We move on to more backstage antics, and the third match of the night we have Willie Mack taking on Rob Van Dam, which ultimately resulted in RVD securing the win in this case. On to even more backstage antics in this episode, setting up things for Slammiversary. Fourth match of the night, it's an X Division Championship match. The defending champ Rich Swann and Jake Christ, the crazy, fun match and outcome. This gives us a new champ with the result Jake Christ picking up the victory over Rich Swann. And we're covering the basics for the G1 tournament from the dates of July 21st to July 27th. Starting off, B Block, Wednesday, July 24th, we have Juice Robinson defeated by Toru Yano. Tai Chi defeated Hiroki Goto via pinfall. And my apologies, correction, Juice Robinson defeated Toru Yano. John Moxley defeated Shingo Takagi via submission. Jay White defeated Jeff Cobb via pinfall. And this was definitely the hardest hitting one of the night. Naito picked up the win over Ishii via pinfall. On Saturday, July 27th, first match of the night, Kota Ibushi picked up the win over Lance Archer via pinfall. Second match, we have Will Ospreay picking up the win over Bad Luck Fale via DQ, however. And third match, we have Evil defeating Zack Sabre Jr. via pinfall. And fourth match, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi picking up the win over Sanada. Finally, main event, we have Okada picking up a win over a heavy match against Kenta. Now, this is going to be my secondary disclaimer for this episode. This is your last chance for those that are sensitive to anything and want to avoid any hurt feelings. If you have an intolerance for comedians in general, remember comedy is subjective. So while it may not be your taste, it clearly is funny since it's garnered an audience. So please stop now if that is you. For those that have stuck around, enjoy the following clips as listed in the description of the episode. If you want to listen to the entire episode or just want the source material to complain to someone as you are to normally do in these cases. With that being said, enjoy the following clip show for the podcast.
This is the Steve Austin Show.
All right, everybody, welcome to Steve Austin Show. It was in the Dallas Sportatorium, the famous
Sportatorium. Yeah, totally.
I was working with Billy Joe Travis.
That was after Reunion Arena?
No, it was before.
Before Reunion.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And so I was working with Billy Joe Travis. I had 1 month of experience, maybe. Billy had been a headlock.
Stiff some bitch, right? You were
tackle, drop down,
everybody.
Tackle, drop down, hip toss. So he's got me in a headlock, so I'm shooting him in, right? So I'm figuring since I'm 250 pounds and he might have been 200, I'm figuring, okay, now in theory, since he's running the ropes, I'm going to take the tackle. But since I'm bigger than him and my green mentality, I'm figuring, okay, this guy's going to take the tackle. Yeah. You know, he's going to go down. Yeah. And so here we go. I sent him off. Bam, collision in the ring. And then I did what you're never supposed to do. After hitting each other, it was like, oh, I'm the guy that's supposed to fall down. So after about a 3-second delay, I take them off. so then it gets worse. It gets worse. He goes to hit the ropes because then there's a drop down. Okay, he did the drop down. I'm supposed to get up and hip toss him. Well, when he hit the ropes to come back, I was still down on the drop down because I didn't hear the rest of it. And so he basically starts kicking the shit out of me. Yeah. I messed up one high spot, 2 or 3 botches in one high spot. But anyway, after that, it was like, when things go wrong, you just do your best to cover
it up. And you can always get back to where you're at.
You can always get back to where you're at. But, I mean, when there's something so – and at the highest level in a big event, you never want anything to go wrong, but sometimes it does.
That's why you just call it out there and it doesn't ever go wrong. I always love the one where – 2 guys both duck at the same time as they're running. They both duck, and the head noggin.
Yeah,
I like that one. That's a good one.
That one, yeah, the double duck or there's all kinds of them. Yeah. But Los Guerreros Mexican style lager, 5.0%.
Yeah, you may have noticed if you are listening. You certainly have picked up on it if you're watching. The seat next to me is empty today. The reason why. When she talks back, she's got to pay the price. So that's what happened. No. So we, of course, have 2 small children. Our youngest is sick. Jarring, like I feel it inside. Like it's so outrageous. All right, let me see how this goes again.
All right, so I'm out in front of
the high school.
High school, and here we are with effervescence right in front of the high school, supporting vapes for all of our young kids that are below 18.
So far, this seems like you're on board with this.
Yeah, so far it seems like a guy who's making a good point. That he's like, you know what, this is the problem. You're advertising to vulnerable people, and it's the wrong place to do it. And it's like, yeah, you know, it's the same kind of guy that's outside of fucking Whole Foods with a clipboard, and you're like, go fuck yourself, but like it's fine, you know.
And you're saying that the man in the gym shorts works for this vape company?
I think so. That was my assessment. Well, having seen the short clip.
He's got the vape uniform.
Yeah,
for sure.
Which is what?
Yeah.
Which is what?
Which is the gym shorts with a polo shirt. He just, when I saw him, I'm like, that guy vapes. And then I saw that the banner was for a vape. I'm like, oh, he works.
Do you vape?
I will, like, when I have to, as far as weed goes, but I don't vape I smoke cigarettes like a fucking human. Shit,
yeah.
You
like
know?
a real fucking
like a fucking
man.
person.
Yeah.
You don't smoke these fucking vapes. But, yeah, and I also don't wear gym shorts or polo shirts. It's like the opposite of my wardrobe.
I actually feel like I've never seen you in anything other than a T-shirt and jeans, right?
I've worn, like, flannels.
Right. Oh, okay. But
and like hoodies, I guess.
No. Right.
Stuff in his will, and I feel like I am high on that candidate.
You got to be
right
on the
now.
list.
Yeah, I feel like
one of the reasons is that he knows your full name.
Yeah. He has my phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild, and I consider him a friend as well. By the way.
Yeah. No, he's great. There's so many moments. Like it's all the things that like we wanted to know. You ask one of my favorite moments. Here's a highlight that you ask him about drinking piss.
When did you first drink piss? When was the first time that happened?
I did that when I went to the leather bars.
Yeah, they did them right in the leather bars, huh?
Yeah. If you didn't do it, well...
You're a loser.
You couldn't stay at the bar.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
That's something, huh?
Yeah.
Drink this piss or get the fuck out. Here. Yeah.
That really separates the men from the real gays.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, exactly.
You're fucking hardcore.
And, you know... It's interesting that was the bar's policy because, you know, if people drink piss, they're not really spending a lot of money at the bar.
Right.
Hardcore fun?
So it might be the reason it went out of style. You know
maybe,
what I mean?
yeah. But
that bar didn't stay open very long, maybe because of their business practices.
What that really does, though, to me, when I hear him say that, is like that means savages only.
Yeah.
So then you know that everyone there is down for whatever. You're not like, hey, I wonder if this guy would be willing to have, you know, spend the night talking to me. Like, it's everyone's there is drinking piss.
It's like you're in the club, you know? It's I don't know. That's why I asked him even if it was some sort of hazing. He didn't really respond to it, but I asked him if it was some sort of hazing, meaning like initiation, you know?
Right.
Like you drink the piss, you're in kind of thing.
Yep.
And then he just kind of like took it to the next level. But no, they just seem to be drinking piss the whole night through.
Drink that piss, man.
I'm loving it.
Hell yeah.
It's got to be good. It's for like...
And I know people are disappointed that I didn't either drink the piss or share my piss with Robert.
I really thought that might happen. Yeah, what happened there?
The thing is, and this comes up in a lot of scenarios with certain complaints perhaps, but there is no space in that room.
Yeah.
There is no space to set up cameras properly.
One of the two.
You're cracking a couple cold ones. I've already went through a 12-pack, but we up out of here. I'm about to go get me another sixer. You know what I'm saying? It is the weekend. Cheers, everybody. Drink responsibly. Take your Ubers. Take your cabs home because, it's all about drinking responsibly. Take your Ubers, take your cabs. Do not drink and drive this weekend.
Ubers.
Don't do it. It's bad.
We got it.
Anyways, we up out of here.
We up out of here.
That ass.
And we doing it and moving it, baby.
I love that.
He's saying nothing. He's saying
absolutely nothing. He's also saying we out of here and then continuing to talk.
Yeah. The
so
big thing
usually that would be a sign off. Like, and then we out of here, and boom, you can turn it off. But he does it throughout,
We out of here, you know what I'm saying?
Like
pine tree. Drink responsibly, because you know it's bad to drink and drive. Take your Ubers. We out of here.
Dead ass, we up out of here. Because dead ass, we up out of here. Dead ass.
Out of here. Dead ass.
You gotta sit by a pine tree and you gotta have a cup. You gotta be with a pine tree outside, because in Utah, these pine trees are fucking like so dead ass. They're tall.
We up out of here. Dead ass.
Oh, there was this girl that I knew in high school. But in college, who ran the hip hop radio station, and we were in I worked in the radio station in college, and we were in the break room that had a fridge. It was like a Saturday night, and this girl comes in, she looks in the fridge, and she goes, "Ooh, those your sippy sips?" And we were like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, man, they got some sippy sips in there. Those your sippy sips?" Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's some beers in the fridge.
Sippy sips.
Sippy sips. Obviously, like, oh, and she pulled one out, like, oh, the beer. Do you want to have a beer? Say, oh, yeah, true player. This is a white girl. With, like,
a white girl?
Yeah.
The whole level. So.
Wait, can I tell you what I love most about that cool guy?
Everything is great.
Just the rambling, like, how do people ramble nonsense that long?
He wants to see himself. Like, he loves looking. He's so narcissistic, but he's like, I got nothing to say, so I'm just going to say
rambling.
A bunch of, like, nonsense.
Drink responsibly, you know what I'm saying?
It's real bad if you don't. Get your
Take your Ubers.
Your Ubers.
If you're parking downhill, make sure to turn your wheel into the curb. Dead ass. You got to turn that wheel into the curb. But if you're parking uphill, you turn that shit away. Dead ass, fam. Dead ass, fam, for real. You park uphill. It's the literal, actual opposite of the way you do downhill, fam. I seen a runaway car up in here. I seen a runaway car, dead ass. That shit is no joke, for real, fam. Like, basing that, and I know, for real, that it's fucking dead ass crazy when that runaway car goes down.
Dude, you just wrote his next 3 videos.
I actually think you're saying more than he does, though.
Yeah.
You're actually giving valuable information.
No, if he was saying that, people would be like, yo, this dude's actually saying some shit.
Like, I didn't know that.
I know.
Yeah.
His would be more like, if you see a stop sign, you got to stop. There ain't no such high plane. You can't just keep rolling. You got to stop. STOP, stop. And you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
You want to be up out of here.
Like dead ass, though.
Dead ass, so you want to be up out of here, but red light means stop.
There you go, John.
Yeah. Even if you're colorblind, even if you're colorblind, it don't matter if you're colorblind. You gotta still stop, because the bottom is the stop, the top is the
Damn, he's a fucking.
You gotta
dude,
stop.
You
gotta stop.
I feel good. I feel happy for all the women in Utah that's an option.
He's in Utah, is what he's saying. But he's an Italian boy.
He's the best looking Italian boy in the state.
That guy is...
Wait, play more. I'm intrigued.
I think that's type of white trash that says the last thing you ever want to do is piss me out. Yeah, like that's a bad thing to do. Is cross
Here's
me.
the thing first you got to know. You stay on my good side, it's going to be okay.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But if you cross me, it's going to be trouble.
So there's this one popular thing on TikTok where it's like they act out a thing from a movie, I guess, and it's like, if you stand next to me, you're my brother. You stand behind me, you're a soldier. You stand in my way, you're about to get your shit fucked up.
What movie is that from?
I don't know, but it's a popular TikTok thing too. Like a lot of white trashers love that.
That feels like it could be from 1,000 movies.
Yeah.
Generally,
or tens of thousands of white trash people to say it over and over. I like that it's not regional. That type of white trash behavior happens all over the country.
It's everywhere. I mean, it's shit Minnesota shit even.
Yeah.
No, we're everywhere.
Just waiting for my lunch. Just waiting for my lunch. I ordered a buffalo burger. Yep, a buffalo burger. Okay, bye. I'll talk to you when it gets here. Okay, bye.
Oh, no, this is...
It's getting better, right?
This is rough.
Okay,
Keep going.
Story time. I'm not a racist. Just because I say the N-word in a video, if it's there, I'm going to say it. I'm going to mouth it. I'm going to say it. I also have black cousins. I have black friends, and my brother's girlfriend is half black. I'm not a racist.
This feels like someone from Bulgaria.
Annie, is she a racist?
I have so much third-party discomfort. I mean, no, she has a black cousin, so she's fine.
There you go.
Okay, all right.
That's all you need. At least one.
Because one of my dad's friends has his sister She knows a guy. He's black.
It can't be
good,
racist.
right?
It's not possible.
I mean, how could anything be, if you know somebody and
All
they're
right,
black.
this guy's my favorite, though. So this guy does a lot of various act-outs. It
makes sense, though.
Yeah.
True.
Hi guys, what's up? This is Bethany signing in to TikTok. What's going on? I'm over here at Starbucks. This is what I gotta say about Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It sucks. McDonald's coffee. It sucks.
Whoa. We don't agree with that statement in any way,
Definitely
shape,
not.
or form,
No,
McDonald's.
no.
We're huge fans of your coffee.
Freaking Burger King coffee. It sucks.
That's what's up.
But Starbucks, it's 100ly specifically delicious.
Oh my God, this is really good.
Yeah, see?
This is like a feast. Like
Right?
The knife and the bra.
Yeah.
The teeth. The
tats on the titties.
100. What did she even say?
Come on.
100ly specifically.
That's the kind of thing where I could spend weeks working on a character, and I would never think to say it the wrong that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Because reality is really fascinating, more so than
100ly
fiction.
Pacific.
100ly Pacific.
100ly Pacific.
Specifically.
I'm so upset. I've sent you a lot more updated.
Well, give them some more recent. Wasn't there a recent one that
I've been texting you. I took Tom off the feed.
Yeah, we had some new TikToks today. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Johnny can see these. He hasn't seen these.
I'm excited to get into this now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start posting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start posting.
I feel like because you're great at characters, you could actually make a really successful TikTok profile.
Well, here's my question. What is a successful TikTok profile?
Well,
this is like...
my friends and have a meeting. Don't have a bucket list. If you have a bucket list, then you would basically have regrets if you die. When you die, I'm not dying yet.
Oh my God.
You look like you're dying, though. That's his last TikTok, babe.
Oh,
What
God
the
damn
fuck
it.
is
This
that
one
guy?
is fucking terrible. Man.
What is going on here?
This is
I'm fucking being tortured right
I
now.
hate this one
What
so
is
much.
this?
I don't want to watch this one.
This is that new Country Road song. What's that?
damn
Old
it.
Country Town? What is that? Gonna suck my dick, going around on the Old Country Town. Isn't that the hit song?
I don't fucking believe her that she'd never heard that song.
She never heard. You know the song I'm talking about?
Old Town Road?
Old Town Road.
OTR? By Lil NX?
Yeah.
What are the words?
I'm gonna ride my horse to the Old Town
There you
Road.
go.
There you go.
Ride
You're doing
to
it
the camp.
too accurately. We'll get flagged.
Yeah, it's good. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Gotta make my TikTok videos.
Ring around my booty.
Gotta make my TikTok. Gotta be an R word. Okay.
I gotta word up till I get my head.
I'll tell you which rabbit hole I refuse to go down with you guys. There's an amputee segment.
How for a preacher to be and prepare to go preach to a lot of people when somebody in there is dragging some woman down an aisle. It made me so mad to see that on television. I wanted to punch the guy out myself. I can't be doing that while I'm getting ready to preach.
Yeah. So that's a good explanation. So then you don't need to be on commercial flights. I get it now.
Well, Jesus.
I didn't.
Didn't Jesus fly private as well? And
yeah, he would turn into a private plane, and then he would transform on his way down.
This is the worst kind of person.
Absolutely.
To me, like there's nobody that fuck you, man. Like, you can't be on an airplane to. You're afraid of that guy. Like you don't want to. I gotta be on an airplane preparing to. What if I have to help some lady?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to read the Bible over here, and I got to stop to help some lady. She's probably a Muslim.
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with that.
That book is different than mine a little bit. It's a little bit different than mine. It's like kind of different.
It's a good defense.
You have to really be a piece of shit to do this.
What are you talking about?
I wish I could fly more because I can't believe all the things I've seen that happen on airplanes, and it's like, how does this never happen on an airplane I'm on? And how is there nobody like me on any airplane that happens on?
I think we owe him a chance to kind of explain himself a little bit.
Oh, we've given him a chance, sweetheart.
Now he's got a little more.
Hey,
makes more sense.
I love your eyes.
We were blessed to have an airplane that it was a Vickers Viscount. And a man on our board of directors owned that airplane, but that airplane had been parked for several years. And it was a 4-engine turboprop airliner. So this was back in the days when George first came along, and oh man, we had fun in that old airplane, didn't we?
What?
We went through that.
George the First? Like, is he talking about the Revolutionary War?
Now he's like, that's the thing when you're in some shit, and you gotta you reach out to the person that you can. Remember, and you start talking about how shitty the plane was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're not talking
silly.
about the new plane. He's like, we had this thing could barely take off. I don't fucking know.
It's a private jet. Just a crappy little private jet.
Yeah. It was mostly a car.
It was like
a kind of fast car.
Y'all ever seen a car with propellers on it?
It was one of those
wing cars.
Well, me and George, you remember? We've fucked that. We had that. We've lunched.
George off screen, like going like.
Bitch, I told my wife I was with my brother that night.
Fuck up, Cam.
I told her the speedometer was busted.
Hey, Cam!
We went through that airplane from nose to tail, and they
from head to nose to butthole. We went through that plane from nose to butthole
in ways we didn't think the Lord would let us.
Right
on this plane.
It says in the Bible that what you do over 5 miles up isn't even real. So me and George would go. You remember George? We butt fucked that first time.
That's your out. If you follow the Bible, all those things are about being on the ground. Once you in the sky,
you're in heaven.
Can you imagine?
You're in fucking heaven.
If this guy was like legitimately cunning in any way.
Yeah. The opposite of how he is.
Yeah. Doofus. A fucking con man, like this guy's like a low rent. Look at how he's dressed.
Oh my God!
This guy doesn't deserve to have any money.
No.
Look at that. That's a suit I could put together today.
White block letters. It says "I eat ass." Okay, and then this is the video. Go ahead.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Wait, pause it. Is that Comic Sans too? Like, it's not even like a cool font. It's IE.
It's a bad font.
It's IE as, but like I might not be great at it.
Yeah. That's pretty true.
I just wanted you to know I'm willing.
It's his chance. He's just trying to get a date.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's not a definitive "I eat ass" font. It's more like I eat ass ?
It should say, you know what? It should say I've eaten ass.
Right.
I've had ass. It should say I ate ass.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
I agree.
And he can make that easy. Just have a couple
of Point over is your derogatory sticker on the back of your truck. What is that? How's it not derogatory?
I think you mean profane, not derogatory.
I eat ass, okay?
But I don't think the word is right. Is it derogatory or profane?
Yeah,
it's profanity,
not
derogatory.
No, it's derogatory if he's like shaming people. But there's no way that cop thought that.
No.
He's
like, I ate ass, faggot. That would be derogatory. But this is just, I eat ass.
What if that was his? What if he goes? What if that was what he said?
What if the cop was like, take that off, and then the guy was like, fine, he takes it off, and he just puts "fuck you, faggot" on the back, and the cop was like, I'll see you later.
Right? He's like, good.
All right.
Totally.
Sorry.
Take care.
Sorry to bother you.
All right.
Some 10-year-old little kid sitting in the passenger seat of his mama's vehicle looks over and reads that I eat ass and asks his mom what it means. How's she going to explain that? Okay, let me see your driver's license.
You hear that?
When you're ready.
It's the parents' job.
That's the parents' job.
I kind of agree, though.
This is where I start hearing Geoff Tate. Like, when I'm watching this the first time, I'm like, because Geoff is the person who I most think of as challenging authority, who tries to flex on it. Like, I'm serious. That's one of the people I thought of when I first saw this. I was like, if this was on Geoff's card, he would have a similar conversation. He'd be like, that's not my job.
Yeah, it kind of isn't. I agree. I mean, is there a law against having a sticker that's profane?
I mean, officer, you're dressed like a murderer. How am I going to explain that to my kid?
Okay.
So your ID on you also? Here's your driver's license back. Here's your buddy's ID back, all right? Here's your proof of insurance and your registration, okay? Listen to me. What you have on the back of your window, okay, is a misdemeanor in the state of Florida, okay? I have 4 kids, a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 4-month-old. If my 6-year-old was to look at me and be like, Dad, what does IE ask me, okay? I'd be furious. And the way that we handled this situation, okay, I'm not pleased with. So what I did is I issued you a court date, all right? So you can go explain it to the Columbia County court system. Okay. All right. You just sign right here. All right. This isn't saying that you're guilty. It's just saying the fact that I gave you a copy of your notice to appear. Okay. You're going to have a court date.
So then, by the way, take note. I don't know if it's in this clip or not, but when he's handed that, he actually reads. He reads it for a while.
Take us
He
also.
doesn't actually just sign.
The
He
mistake
reads with
right
the
here is
smart.
this guy has not said. This guy should have called a lawyer. Like he should have said. Like he should have called. He should have just called his friend or whatever. But if you, in this kind of thing, like I've done that before. I got pulled over because my headlight was out, and then the cop wanted to search my car.
No, they can't do that without probable cause.
Right, and he was like, "Can I search your car?" And I said, "No." And he
Fourth
goes,
Amendment.
"Why are you saying no?" And I go, "Because I don't have time for this. Like I'm on my way home, man." We both know, like you pulled me over because the headlight's out. Like that's what the problem is. If you want to look at my headlight, go ahead, but you can't search the car. That happened outside the car.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't let it go. And eventually, like there was 2 more cop cars showed up. There were 6 cops and me, and I'm trying to keep them out of my car for whatever, just in case.
Yeah.
I was nervous, but I kept saying like the first guy was like, I'm gonna call the dogs and I'll have the dogs come down here, and I was like, go ahead, man, I'm gonna walk over there and call a lawyer. Like I pointed at a payphone, and this is when it happened. There's payphones.
But you see why I thought of you?
Yeah, I didn't get a ticket. I did it.
So wait, what happened?
They couldn't search my car. I stood my ground.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, and then he was like, all right, go.
Yeah, and then that cop pulled me over 9 more times before I moved out of that area.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
9 more times?
Yeah. Because I showed him up that first night and didn't let him search my car.
Bye, Mommy.
I feel the retarded. Retarded.
I mean, retarded, man.
OMG. A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded. A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded. A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded.
I like that.
Son of a bitch. OMG.
I mean, retarded, man. Retarded, man. I mean, retarded, man. Retarded, man.
Son of a bitch. A hardcore fan, you are completely retarded. A hardcore fan.
It's the Real Ass Podcast. It's your boy, Louis J. Gomez.
Where's my Stank Real Ass Dude, Ultimate Minority, Joan Jett of Comedy. I got a lot of names.
Comedy, a comedian, this is an art form. This is how we express ourselves. Bill Cosby is going to start doing comedy in prison.
You think so?
No, he is.
Well, you know
Literally,
so.
yeah, I've done comedy in prison before. I've done a women's maximum security and men's maximum security. It was an amazing experience. I had only been doing comedy 3 years, and my friend who used to be in jail said I got hookups to prisons, and he said, "Do you want to do prison?"
And
I'm a big Johnny Cash.
I think that's a great thing.
I'm a Johnny Cash fan,
Yeah,
so I always wanted to be like Folsom Prison. So I said, "Yeah," and they have.
And then Jeff Ross just took that idea.
Yeah, right. And so I did a prison, and Cosby is going to be doing comedy in prison. I think he should record an album out of prison. They said he's going to he wants to do comedy, and I think that it would be great to record an album out of prison.
Somebody's going to record it. Somebody's going to get it. Listen,
dude, that shit will sell out.
Oh, of course.
He'll be like, you see, my name is 12567842256, and fuck the bullshit. I've been doing push-ups and shit, but you know what I hate? The one thing I hate is the oatmeal, man. That fucking oatmeal.
He's just still clean.
He's still clean. The oatmeal will get you, man. They say, hey, give me the oatmeal or I got you. So, yeah, man, and then when the showers come, the guy hits me with his penis, I got the duck. Oh, shit. And everyone's like, oh,
that'd be great. Well, if he did comedy, they sneak cell phones into those prisons. Somebody will record it, and that'll get leaked in a heartbeat.
I guarantee you, Cosby do an album, and that shit will be one of the highest-selling fucking albums ever. I know this.
Yeah.
They
do you believe that Cosby? Do you think that Cosby did anything? Godfrey.
Yeah.
You did.
Because I know somebody. Listen. I know a woman in my agency who told me about Cosby grabbing her at his house, but she never reported it. She got away. And she goes, I never fucking...
Most of the time they don't report it.
Right.
If there's 50 victims, that's why I know Cosby did some shit.
After 100, I was like...
Yeah, that's like
and I worked for Cosby.
Yeah.
I worked for Cosby in 97. I worked for him. I was my first job, audience coordinator in Queens, Kaufman Astoria Studios right next to Sesame Street. And I worked for Cosby for 6 months, and it was cool.
Doing warm-up?
Warm-up. I was audience coordinator. I would bring him out. I'd bring Felicia Rashad, Cosby, Madeline Kahn. That was a CBS show after the main Cosby show.
Right.
And you should have seen the camera dudes. The camera dudes that worked with Cosby on the old one, they said, oh, man, you ain't seen the pussy that we used to have on the regular one. God, they were like this, dude. It was so much ass out there. Like the finest, it was pussy everywhere.
Yeah.
And even on this show, it wasn't as much, but there were always hot chicks around. And I'd be like, yo, who the fuck are these women? And they go, oh, those are friends of Dr. Cosby's.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, he's getting the pudding, huh? But some of these women, though, what's funny is like, you are here to get to move up, miss.
Right.
Why are you here? You know, he said his wife, Camille, you know he's married. You know this. Yeah. Why are you over here? It's fine as fuck, though. Not even like, you're like, God damn.
But he's a
mentors
because he doesn't. When you're that famous, we gotta.
I don't understand who the target audience is for that.
Yeah,
is it little kids.
Terrible.
Is it for kids that
the
grew
music
up with
sounded like shit. Damn it! Want white kids to? They want white kids to. They don't give a fuck about me. Especially with these detention centers now.
I have no idea.
All the motherfuckers that could be watching Dora the Explorer are all held in detention right now.
That's true.
And you know, Trump's like this. No one's gonna be watching Dora. I don't think so. Especially the Mexican kids. Forget it. No bueno.
Dora 2 is going to be her breaking out Mexican kids from the detention center.
That's what I'm talking.
That'd be a good
that
fucking...
would be the shit with guns and shit. Pow, pow, pow.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to let my people go live with that.
Dora's a coke dealer
that
in
would
the
be
third.
Dope as shit.
Dora should get really
Dora's
dark.
grandpa's Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Dark Dora. Like this cocaine, if you can get it across the border, Dora.
Yeah, that looked terrible. But she's fucking cute as shit, dude. Good.
She's very cute.
Am I a creep for being into an 18-year-old girl? I mean,
no.
She's perfect.
She's
perfect.
18's legal.
Well, you know what?
But I wouldn't want to be around that shit.
I was listening.
Oh, fuck.
I was listening to some fucking. I guess, or I was reading it. I don't even remember. But it was like girls talking about how like they dated older men when they were like 19. Like I dated like a 40-year-old man at 19, and they were like, and they were just saying like, yeah, like he was like sort of being like he was like. She still has the mind of a child. At 19, they're fucking.
Yeah. I almost didn't show today as a goof for knocking my pizza out.
That would have been a funny goof.
It would have been good.
But then you realize that this is the largest platform that you're allowed on.
No.
Yeah. Are you not on the Nikki Glaser show anymore?
I am.
That's I don't see her tweeting out about you. I see her tweeting out about the other guy.
Because I'm on every week. It doesn't need to be tweeted out.
Yeah.
He's the third mic.
Also, if I didn't show up today, would you do an Ian drop? As like a goof?
Operation Ian drop.
What are you talking about?
Because it would have been a
I like where you were going with that. Thank you.
Operation Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big elephant. Because you're doing the USO tour.
Yeah. Have you done anything for the troops? Oops.
Can I do Scam That Jew?
No, I haven't done anything for the troops.
Let's talk about the bagel boss.
What have you done for the troops? You haven't done anything yet. You might not make it.
Do you know how many servicemen I blow?
I tried to...
Truly giving back.
We
was a month ago.
Being American. I tried to do a USO
Thank you for
show.
your oral
What
service.
happened? They, when I got to the part...
Wanted a comedian?
Oh,
drop. Shit.
Shannon?
Ian drop.
Shannon, if you drop...
Ian drop.
After he stole another joke, I did that joke first on the show. Everyone just watched Ian stealing in action.
But Ian's
Ian,
timing.
you should wear a fucking cat burglar outfit on stage, you fucking joke.
Well, you should do that.
Yeah, they do. He goes to one of the top 3 schools in the country.
They don't have sex ed. They just have...
Oh, clearly no. Not when 11-year-olds are running rampant like that.
So, you're older than your wife's parents.
Yeah.
You suspect your son is homosexual.
That's fine with me. Yeah, that don't bother me.
Stepson.
Yeah, definitely my stepson.
He went from being Johnny's actual son to stepson in this 25 days that Johnny
No,
was
it's just we had to clear that up. I was like, all right. That is what it is.
And your wife doesn't like gay people. His
No,
brothers call his
she's
stepson their niece.
Ouch. Ouch. No,
Burntown.
Yeah, there you go. I haven't been in a minute.
Population, your seed.
Ouch. Not mine. It didn't come out my balls. She got to go to OBGYN tomorrow.
Why? She took her IUD out.
Oh, yeah, right after we got married.
Johnny, it's just not fiscally responsible.
I hear you on that, but it's going to be over there. Life is cheap over there, man.
No.
I thought you were trying to bring her here. I am, but I told her, if we have a baby and they can't come here because of that, because I have to redo paperwork.
You're trying to get her pregnant?
We just doing it. Now, you know me, dog. I don't wear no rubbers. I don't pull out neither. Ain't no hoe. So, if we have a baby, I told her, all right, look, if we can't bring the thing over here. I'll go over there and help you raise it.
Somebody else knocked her up.
I hope not.
Some 11-year-old fucking Lothario.
Ugh. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. After I heard that stuff, I gotta look out for these kids now. Fucking little punk bastard.
She was tutoring your stepson's fucking friend from school.
He has no friends. That's sad.
Really? It got real brass.
He's getting bullied by girls. How you gonna be a boy getting bullied by girls? Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you, man.
Oh,
I told him, yo, like.
Oh man, it seems like typical sitcom stuff.
No, but
it's almost like you took this from an episode of Boy Meets World or something.
Nah, Corey ain't never get bullied by no girls. He had Topanga with him. Topanga would have held him down.
That's true.
I'm just saying, like I told my stepson, like, yo, that's a girl. You can't hit a girl in the face. But what you do is you smack her stomach and then you run. It's not technically hitting her. You playing around. Shit got out of hand.
That was Johnny's method of birth control until he got married.
It's just crazy. Then it's like, you know, I got to talk to him about shit because he got questions. He said, what do you mom do when, like, I'm sleeping and shit? I was like, it ain't none of your business. Just when we tell you look at the wall, dog.
This was the actual fabled mythical island of Atlantis, right?
It was, yeah.
I can't believe you discovered it. I mean, this has been a mystery. Good thing she bought that snorkel. Ninth wonder of the world. You know, it's fucking the missing island. That was China.
Mermaids, wild, really good.
Really, mermaids.
Mermaids.
Were they black like in the new movie?
They weren't, which is crazy. You know.
Disney doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
it's true. Yeah, you missed a lot, Johnny. The Little Mermaid's black now.
They're doing a live action Little Mermaid?
Some bagel guys on every podcast except ours.
I've heard about the bagel dude. The Little Mermaid's black though. That's cool. Live action?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Beyonce?
No.
Halle Berry?
No. A younger black lady.
This new broad, I guess. That's cool.
She's all right though.
Disney's had the brilliant idea. I don't know who in the Disney organization.
Is Tyler Perry gonna be Ursula?
I think it's Medea. Well, Medea, not Tyler Perry. It's Medea as Ursula.
This is her.
Oh, that's not Janelle Monáe.
Her fucking eyeballs are mad far apart in her head.
Yo, why
just
you
like a fish?
What a disgusting pig.
But just
that
like
was
a
joke.
fish, you know?
Where's she from?
I actually kind of see it, like fish eyes.
Yeah.
But hey, I can't believe Disney had the idea, right, to like, hey, let's just remake every one of our movies with humans.
Except for The Lion King, which is still just an animated
They fucking
movie.
call that live action.
It is, though.
Shit?
Yeah. It's in. Get back to us.
We've had nothing from the Sacklers.
What about MBS?
And nothing from MBS.
They all got to be in the Hamptons right now.
Nobody's getting Jeffrey Epstein's story. There's like 15 people getting Bagel Guy's story.
That's true.
So what are you trying to say, Chris?
I'm saying maybe, do you have the contact information where we can get maybe his lawyer? We can maybe send a letter to Jeffrey Epstein?
I have an email in front of me that we can.
You do? Maybe we write a letter to him?
Okay.
Try to get him on the podcast?
I mean...
he could call in. Like, remember when Shine used to do those freestyles from the Clink?
Yeah.
It'd be good for this show if
we can rub some fucking Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo on the letter so I can, entice him a little bit. Sick fuck.
So, I mean, maybe we write him a nice letter. Because, like, here's the thing. It's like, we started, we're dictating this to you. You got this ready to go?
What would you like the subject to be?
What's up, kid fucker?
No. You can't be that harsh, bro. Sup. Just sup.
Sup.
Yeah. What do you think?
How about this? Please respond to this email. We're a Nigerian podcast.
Okay.
Come on our Nigerian podcast.
Dear Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer.
I say we gotta be a little more formal.
We're like, yo, we know what you didn't do.
Dearest Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Dearest Jeffrey, we should really be giving this to his lawyer, but okay.
Well, who's the email for?
This is the email I have is jeffrey@jeffreyepstein.org.
Oh shit!
I mean, it seems like it's probably.
Wait, what's JeffreyEpstein.org's website look like?
I don't know.
Go that first. I want to see what's probably like.
You're not using a Tor browser, are you? Because I'm not trying to go to jail.
Good call.
Don't go there.
All right.
Probably clouds and balloons and all the kitty shit on there.
Dearest Jeffrey, heard you've had some trouble lately with the law. Would love to get your side of the story.
Sure. Fucking kids isn't really the right thing to do, but like, some of your ideas were good. Blackmailing politicians, I'm all for that.
Yeah. Put all that in.
2 presidents? Look, I'm just saying.
Damn.
Get some tight sniz for the rich and famous, powerful. That's smart money right there.
He's a dead man walking, you know that, right?
Yeah, a $50 million house.
He gonna get shivved. He's gonna get that white.
Don't put this. Don't put.
We hope you don't get shivved.
Or be like, yo, you might as well give it.
Watch out for them toothbrushes.
Hell yeah.
What you got to do is you got to tape some books to your chest, protect them vitals.
Hell yeah. Some yellow pages, they fold good.
Yeah.
We can offer you.
I ain't offering them protection.
We can offer you.
We could throw you like 4 honey buns in that commissary.
Hell yeah, we're not bad people.
We can offer you a phone line to call into on your dime. You have a lot more money than us.
No, we probably have to accept the charges.
Fuck that, we do.
All right, so Jeffrey, we will pay, but expect a Venmo request. You could talk about whatever you like. When I'm responding to this email, please.
If you want to do a Jim Cramer like segment where you give us stock tips, we'd be down for that too.
Or blackmail tips.
Yeah, I would love blackmail tips.
You can blackmail anybody.
Black raw mail tips.
Please do not have any attachments on the reply email. We will not open them.
No, we will not open.
No pictures, none of that bullshit. No scary.
But we
music.
will let you tell your story. Also, if they haven't repoed that fucking weird sex mansion, we would love to do a live remote.
I don't want to go in there. There's fucking demons in that fucking.
Chris, I'm not going in that fucking kiddie porn castle.
It's gonna smell like bleach and cum.
Not even to do some blow.
No. Hell no, dog. That's a Scooby-Doo mystery waiting to happen. I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, but the mystery's already solved. It was Epstein.
And he would have gotten away with it too. If it wasn't for this
pesky
damn
kids.
piddling kid.
And Kevin Spacey recorded.
P.S.
No. Sincerely, highest society radio.
The highest.
P.S. Stay up, brother.
Oh God.
Stay up.
Well, Stanley can tell
Hold your head up, brother.
Because they're both Jews, so he can say that too.
Oh, P.P.S. 1/8 of the show is part of the tribe.
You a black Israelite? Okay, Chris.
I am a black Israelite.
Very good.
They let me in as the
Is that why you always yelling at Stanley when he's on the street like that?
Yeah, that's why I'm always yelling at Stanley in the street.
I'm like, I get it. Whitey sucks, whatever. Get a new fucking gimmick.
So look, MBS didn't get back to us. Look, I still think we should get either
We're
him.
0-2 right now, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want Bagel Guy. That's just
it's fucking old hat. Ugh. If you've had Bagel Guy on your podcast, I'm just gonna say this right now. You fucking suck.
Oh, don't start no fucking summertime podcast wars. I don't want that.
You're leaving the show. What do you care?
When you go hard, though. I wouldn't mind doing one.
Hard as a rock.
Like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, come on, man.
Blue Chew.
Ooh.
Like a...
When you hear that bomb blast, get a shot blast. Listen to the podcast, it's all up in your bomb bag. Big J kills them like O.J. Simpson or quick. Hit the finger, the slug don't fit. Get break quick by that big dick J Smith. He all up in your ribs while he talking politics. Go get bit when you rattle by that Puerto Rican snake. And that's the form killers, weeds in a skank.
I should hear a game show host. I think these segments would work on Nickelodeon.
The things that make you
I don't know if you
Nickelodeon. I don't know if you can wear basketball
Nickelodeon.
shorts.
Come on, everyone.
Basketball shorts and a weed shirt.
Shut up, doggy. I'm crushing it, man. Double dare.
Lewis looks like he came right from watching a game of basketball and trying to fit in.
Yeah. Ha. I got you.
No, he's right.
So, Bobby, what do we got here? Now, listen, I don't know if you've watched the show, Francis, but what we do is we look at people and we find videos on the internet where people are using the N-word. Now, none of these people are just, well, we don't know that.
Why would you start off like that?
We don't know if they're justified.
They could all be justified.
That's true. What do you mean? It's varying levels.
The game is...
Some of them might not be.
The game is to see who's most justified, as the title indicated.
Sure.
So we're going to see a bunch of people using the N-word, and you have to vote for who's the most justified. They could all be justified, and then you vote for who is the most justified.
It could be like a hard thing. We're like, oh, I don't know. It's so close. They're also justified.
Well, that happens most weeks.
I know.
But
there's so much sense.
Most weeks, it's one of those situations where you're like, I wish I could vote for everyone. you gotta pick one.
That's
what makes it hard.
Good. Barstool's going to hire you back just to fire you again. There you go.
It's on the move. Because it was on the move in the other direction and moving quickly, I
bring
thought
it to a store
they were
if all that.
stealing it.
But you called it, they didn't answer, obviously.
Oh, that's the other point. Good. Yeah, so I called it. I locked it. I texted it and said, "Hey, call this number."
Wow.
And we waited for 5 to 10 minutes, and he just kept moving. So he had all that.
He's full of cum.
How?
Why are you making it him, you misogynist? Can't be a fucking woman?
It's a good point.
It's true.
Girls are full of cum.
Oh, it couldn't be other? You don't think a trans could have taken it?
They all can take it. That's what I've learned.
But you're saying the trans are more likely to take it? You're anti-trans?
I think they're open to everything. That's the whole point, right?
Okay.
I don't know.
That's why you find them freaky and you don't respect their right to vote?
So I log into someone else's file.
Also, somebody cuts their dick off. I don't know if they should choose the president. That's a lot. They don't make
You
good
make
decisions.
weird choices.
I'm just saying, dog.
You make rash, harsh decisions.
I've never
quick.
thought
Big
about
ones
it.
quick.
I'm not saying take somebody's right to vote away, but I'm saying we got to look at some psychological shit here, man. If you chopped your dick off, I have to put a dress on and grown titties. That's chopping their dick off.
Yeah, you cut your dick off. You can't decide who fucking pushes a button.
What a graphic way to say that transsexuals shouldn't vote.
I want nuclear war. I'm making a rash decision very quickly. Think it over. Marvin is now Martha.
There you go.
Think it over before you push that button. I don't think decisions through.
I heard people transfer and then want to come back. That's a thing.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Hey, can you unsew my dick that you filleted and turn it inside out and then try to put it back? You have a better chance of completing the face-off technology than you do of turning your fake vagina back into a real dick. This is my fake dick. It used to be my real dick, but I turned it into a fake vagina in the middle.
Like one of those colored sand bottles at the beach and trying to separate all the sand after you put it in.
Oh, shit.
It's not going to happen.
Eventually, you just have gray sand, man.
By the way, that is what the plot to Face Off was. Basically,
I think it's like
you have to reverse it.
You have a banana split, and you're just like, I want this all to taste the same, and you stir it up, and then you're like, no, I want it back again.
I just want a banana split.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap this podcast up. We'll all go get banana splits. But
yeah, we will.
Is that the end of it?
No, you finish your story.
Okay.
All right. No, that's
someone get us
finish
banana
your story.
splits.
We can definitely get banana splits, but I'm back on my intermittent fasting. I've decided not to be fat. I gave up a week ago, and I said I'm going to be fat.
Really?
And then I was walking up some stairs, and I started sweating, and I was like, this is disgusting. Fat people are awful.
Yeah, no, you don't want to.
Yeah.
What are your
fat
hours
people shouldn't vote either.
that you can eat?
It's from
pension or something.
You know, the kid's mom died, so I was like, what's that about? Why'd she get killed? Why'd she die?
I swear,
it was a personal story.
My instinct for about half a second before I called Lewis on it was to just agree with him. He goes,
yeah,
the son's mother died, and we're all upset. I go, we are all upset.
I would have done the same. I would have done the same thing if he had thrown the look over to you, but he threw the look over to me, and I had to go. And then Dave, thank God, saved me. He goes, wait, what are we talking about? I go, yeah, right? What the fuck are we talking about? And then a video comes up, like, and then it starts explaining it all.
If I had just gone, Jay would have gone, so sad.
I go, I know, dude, tragic. Am I right, Francis?
Yes.
So tragic.
Matricide.
Oh, this son's mother died.
So, yeah, the son's mother died. These sons. Two of them, I guess.
Oh, maybe. Multiple sons' mothers.
And the killer, they approached the killer, of course, to show the video.
Yeah, this is the approach.
A massive brawl breaking out inside a courtroom during a convicted murderer's sentencing. Stop what you're doing and watch this.
We're already watching.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Oh, we got him.
Oh, yeah, he got him off the thing. Oh, yeah, they're fucking trying to kill this guy.
Put him in a leg lock.
Yeah, good job.
That's crazy.
Beating his ass. Good.
Onto their mother's killer in an Ohio court. Police hitting one of the sons with a taser. Both now facing charges. The sentencing set to be rescheduled, of course, because of that fight. Oh, my gosh.
This is not a Chuck E. Cheese. Calm down.
It's like you hope they don't do jail time, but you can't argue if they get some sort of a weird little jail time for that. It's just like a major...
Imagine if they were in a cell together.
They should, I hope. But, but listen... You're going to have to make an example out of somebody in that situation so it's not happening every fucking court here. That's a tough position. I get it, too. I get wanting to do that.
Are there.
I get planning on doing it and carrying it out.
It was like we saw it happen in A Time to Kill, dude. He got, like 6 months, right? Sam Jackson?
So, yeah, I don't know how long it was.
Yeah, but you can't count on a great closing statement like that every time.
Yeah, man. You can't make everybody picture she's white.
Imagine they were all white.
Now, when everything happened here, what was it? An accident, fender bender? I picture they're all white.
Go, my God. A fender bender with white people.
I won't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a judge there, I don't give those guys any time.
But how many times do you not give somebody time for doing that? Where people start thinking,
you go sit outside and think about what you've done.
You won't get in that much trouble if you just dive in there.
I think their mother can only be murdered once, so it's fine.
No, yes, not these two people. Yeah. I'm saying if you don't send a message by...
Traquan, again!
Yeah. How many moms do you have? I got 8 foster moms, and all of them live in shitty neighborhoods. So you better put me away for a long time, motherfucker. Or move my moms to nicer places.
Move my mom.
You got 3 choices. You can arrest me now. You can kill all my moms at once and have one big trial for this guy.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, how you want to play it? But
this has happened before, by the way.
Huh? Oh yeah, this
happened there. Like I remember, it was a little kid killed, and parents went after the guy. And it doesn't happen as much as I would think it would, though.
They the fucking gymnastic, the Olympic gymnastics.
Larry Nassar?
Exactly, Larry,
yes,
one of the guys, a dad tried to. It's the lamest thing ever.
He got off. No, it was pretty great.
No.
Yeah, and also
asking the stupid fucking question is so. It's like, do what you're gonna do, dude.
No, but he wasn't planning on doing it.
I know that, but I'm saying, but to ask that question 3 times, like it's a moronic question to ask a judge. Like the judges on your team making her go like, "Sir, that's not how the justice system works." And he's like, "Really? Can I get 5 minutes with him alone?" Like, that's not how the justice system works, sir. He goes, "How about 1 minute alone?" It's like he's just like a dumb.
What? Yeah,
he's hyping himself. Just go fucking hit the guy.
It's a little
go for him. He telegraphed it. Exactly.
Yes, I agree with you. But you also got to think this is a fucking dad who's there, with a fucking the dude who sexually assaulted his fucking 14-year-old daughter or whatever.
If you get a chance to kill him and your hands on him, go for it.
And he's in the moment, and he did something stupid.
He just picked lame calls. I have.
So you're saying the real villain in that courtroom was that dad?
Yeah,
he was the bad guy.
No, I'm saying I understand everything he did. He just should have shut up. He sounds like a doofus.
You gotta throw a little head fake.
If it makes sense, Dave, it's almost like it's a hold me back, so it looks like I went after this guy.
No longer. Oh shit! I'm sorry, dude. Tim is.
Francis,
really a traitor.
Francis Ellis, thanks very much for hanging out.
Thank you guys. That was really fun.
It's a pleasure to have
thank you, dude. And that I will say, I think that sucks what happened with them firing you, but you're going to be fucking fine.
Thank you.
Fuck all these guys.
Yeah,
fuck the Daily Beast. Yeah. Fuck Barstool for firing you over that bullshit. And fuck that chick who got killed.
Yeah, dude. Fuck her.
Fuck
man.
them all.
She should have had a harder sternum.
Yeah. Fuck that dead chick.
Boom, 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 boom.
Fuck that dead chick.
Thank God we own the network. Hey, everyone.
Even Black Baby was like, that's too far.
We'll catch you next week on the Legion of Skanks podcast. Peace.
Man, be a girl, be my fare to the well, be my very own constellation. A teenage bride with a baby inside, getting high on information. And if you like chicks but you don't like dicks, it's lesbian masturbation. Lesbian masturbation. Lesbian masturbation. Lesbian masturbation. Lesbian masturbation.
Paid off, and then I tried to hit like an 8% credit utilization ratio
for your rapping career.
For my rapping,
yeah.
And then after a year, I got one for like 5,000.
Nice.
And then I don't know. I don't know. I just read some fucking financial blogs.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
I start reading those shits, and I'm like, too much.
Well, they don't apply to me, so.
Yeah. Well, anything though. It's like I remember I read like tips to lose weight or feel better or some shit, and the first one was like take a cold shower. It was like 25 or something, and I was like, I'll just start taking cold showers.
Yeah,
that's all I got. I'll do
stop
one,
right there.
and I'll just stop reading. And I still take cold showers, and yet it has not fixed my life.
Yeah,
I'm still fat, and I guess I feel better. My skin is better, I think. It's
From
good
what?
for your skin.
The cold showers?
Mm-hmm.
It tightens it up.
Yeah. I feel like women all take hot-ass showers, though. Do you take hot-ass showers?
I guess so, yeah. I remember my mom had, like, super hot showers. You remember when you were a little kid? Did you shower when you were a little kid? With your parents?
Yes.
It was always scalding hot. I
too
couldn't
hot.
handle it.
Yeah. I remember one specific time.
I would stand in between my dad and mom, and they would piss on me. They would take a cold shower.
Yeah. That's impressive. She could do that? Like, she had aim?
Mm-hmm. They would both piss on me.
She had a really weird-shaped pussy.
Yeah.
It just went right down into Nick's eyes. It sprayed a fine mist.
Yeah.
I would stand under my dad's... right underneath my dad, and when I wanted more shampoo, I tugged on his right nut. And when I wanted more conditioner, I tugged on his left nut.
This is great. This is a picture Mark Wahlberg posted on Instagram. It's him on vacation. It looks like, I guess, like, I don't know, Malibu, wherever the fuck he is.
Yeah.
He's on a boat off on the water. And then he's letting everyone know that he's missing his gym. And he's tagged his gym. Missing my F-45 training Sherman Oaks, but the fam needs a vacation.
By the way, his family nowhere to be found in that picture.
Right.
It's just him looking hot.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how he misses the boys back at the gym.
Yeah.
That really is your fucking role model, dude.
That'll
be you one day.
Mm-hmm. So Jeffrey Epstein was whacked by the Clintons.
He's not dead, though, right?
No, not yet.
They gave...
Yeah.
It's Godfather 2. He got Hyman Roth.
Yeah.
Damn. It's pretty funny.
What?
That he almost got.
Yeah, he not only did he almost get got, but it's like, did you see this? That like the guy they think did it is like a cop that was like worked at
hell yes
some like suburb of New York who had murdered 4 guys, and like a month ago. A month ago, he got.
Woo! Wait, he worked there? He worked at the prison? Or
no, this is a guy who was in prison who, prior to that, he was a police officer who had, like, murdered 4 people.
Hell yeah.
As part of some, like, corruption, drug running scheme.
Yes.
And a month ago, they found a cell phone in his cell. They confiscated it, and then he was like, there's some charges being filed against him for having that, and his lawyers were like, before anyone goes through that phone, like the U.S. Attorney's Office needs to put like a clean team on it. They're like, there's confidential information on that phone or whatever. So it's,
wow.
I mean, how sloppy the Clintons have gotten at murdering people. Which it's so funny watching like the media try and debunk the Clinton kill list because there's like 300 people. And it's like they're like all of these are like none of them are connected. Like most of them have been proven to be suicides or whatever. Like who do you know that knows 300 people that have killed themselves? Not just but people that have like inconvenienced you in the slightest way. It's like, oh, it turns out that guy that fucking scratched my car, he killed himself. Remember last week when I got into an argument at the bodega with that guy? He killed himself.
He also killed himself.
He killed himself. Oh yeah, no, that old landlord I had that didn't give me my security deposit back. Yeah, he was at the gym and choked himself to death while bench pressing. Oh no, he's not new to working out. He's been exercising for 35 years. He's been benching for a very long time.
Freak accident.
Somehow made the kind of mistake that literally just never happens. Even a 14-year-old.
You could roll it off your head somehow.
Exactly. There's something that happens when like a child who's working out alone in a basement who's never touched weights before might do.
First time.
But somehow this guy. You know, and by the way, this is real. These are actual. Oh yeah, that guy killed himself and he shot himself in the head twice.
From behind.
Right. There were pennies in his eyes. I don't know how he
was
got
on
those
his
in.
knees.
Remember that guy that was investigating me because I murdered his wife? Remember that guy whose wife died? Who I hated his wife, and then she died in mysterious circumstances, and then her husband, who thought I did it, apparently he killed himself too.
The same way. He also took those 2. He also shot himself in the head from behind, just like she did 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks prior.
This story about there was like a U.S. attorney in Baltimore that just left work. He's like, "See you later, guys," and then drove 2 hours out of town, like rolled his car into a shallow pond, got in the back seat, and then stabbed himself to death with a pen. And they're like, "Oh, that's a suicide." That's clearly a suicide.
Classic suicide.
You drive 2 hours out of town.
You know, you've heard that in emo songs, the way you kill yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive 2 hours away.
The fucking Adam song. Got in the car, drove to Harrisburg, rolled it into a shallow pond, got my penknife, sat in the back seat, stabbed myself in the back 47 times. So many fucking names on this list.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and then it's like we see all this stuff about like Epstein and Clinton. First of all, too, it's like if you type in Epstein and Clinton, most places are like, "Oh, did you mean Epstein and Trump?" It's like all this shit where they don't want
it
you.
Autocorrects.
No. It doesn't want you.
Google autocorrects it. You spelled Trump wrong.
The Daily Beast published that thing about fucking Clinton and Epstein, like you being way chummier than initially described earlier in the decade in the 90s. You know, so it goes way before, you know, like the Clinton Global Initiative.
I'm loving all the pictures that keep coming out.
Oh, yeah. No, and it's all just getting, like, fucking swept under the rug. And now all this shit connecting Clinton to him, and then suddenly he kills himself. He kills himself, and it might be a suicide. And how did he kill himself? Did they find him hanging from something in his cell? Was there a rope? Or they found him curled up in the fetal position with injuries to his neck?
Yeah.
Why is that what they're reporting?
Well, because you get sad. He was sad at himself for not being able to kill himself.
Yeah, he choked himself. He put his hands around his neck and choked himself and bashed his head against the wall. Another classic Clinton
style
unrelated suicide.
He got used to much smaller necks, so he didn't know how to handle it.
That's true. Yes, he didn't know how to fucking choke out.
Yeah, remember that woman that accused Clinton of sexual misconduct? There was another intern.
No.
And then some woman who was like worked at like a Starbucks or something in Georgetown.
And some guy just walked into the Starbucks and shot her.
Jesus Christ.
They're like, yeah, it was a botched robbery.
Whatever that guy.
I don't know. I guess he went to jail or he ran away or they never figured it out.
Wow.
Yeah. I forget the name of that woman. It's just like, there's so many of them. It's like all the specific details.
Is this all true? Are you making these up?
No. These are all true.
I'm not going to fact check, so I'll take it as word. I mean, I believe that the Clintons definitely.
What's great too is he's apparently like none of the Democrats are giving back any of the money they got from Epstein. None of that is going to charity. All of that money is just going to be kept.
Like, wait, which Democrats? Current day
the
Democrats?
DNC.
Oh, yeah, dude. Of course not. They earn that money.
Yeah.
They earn that money letting him fuck kids.
Yeah. Well, case closed. He's dead now. So.
Yeah.
Which it's like. They're like, oh, well, he was attempted. He's just in the hospital. And it's like, this guy's probably going to be on fucking life support for the rest of his life.
Wait, is he on life support right now?
I don't know. Like, no, there's no more
I thought
information.
he was fine.
No, he attempted suicide.
I know, but I thought he was like...
I've been coding all day. I haven't had time to look.
No, I don't think he's like... I think he's conscious and like fine. I think he's just like... Some guy fucked the hit up. Yeah.
It's exactly like The Godfather.
Yep.
When Vito's in the hospital.
Yes,
just go stand outside with their hands.
Just other pedophiles in the outside.
No, the people that think the Clintons did it.
Huh?
People that think, fuck that.
Oh, you're right. They want to... Yeah.
I'm getting so mad at people in the comments that are like, good, glad he killed himself. It's like, listen, you dumb motherfucker.
This is bigger than
Jeffrey
you realize.
Epstein is worthless.
Yeah.
If it means we can get video of Hillary Clinton eating a baby.
I'm just chilling on Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Just such an unlikable person.
And all of this because
there's certain laws that I just don't have to obey.
Mm-hmm.
I drive 100 miles per hour.
Yep, check.
In rental cars.
Every time.
I don't give a fuck. Give me a ticket.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
That scales up. If I'm making $2-3 million a year, I'm murdering people. Fuck it. I just pay the fine.
There's rich court.
Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein has molested 300 children. And now he's being sued for $400 by one of the fathers from the Bronx. Okay, what's going on here today? Well, basically, my daughter was sex trafficked by Mr. Epstein, and he came. All right, let me see these documents. Well, we have a picture of his car. Okay, bailiff, can I take a look at this? Okay, Mr. Hector, this is not submissive. You can't. This is not evidence.
This isn't evidence.
This is just a picture
of a car.
Mr. Hector has lost his case.
Jeffrey Epstein. 400-0 yet again. Join us next week.
Tell us, Mr. Epstein, how do you feel about the outcome of this? I feel pretty good. Okay. Joining us now is Mr. Hector. His daughter has been raped and murdered by the Clintons.
Yeah. She crashed her dirt bike.
I feel pretty bad.
She won a motorcycle. She won a lottery.
I'm not happy with the outcome, but justice was served, and we came here today.
Mr. Hector's
coming up. Dude. Elon Musk has invented a car that has killed 400 people with beta testing. Dude. Now he's suing the U.S. government for the moon.
What's Tesla up to these days, man?
I don't know, making rockets.
That's descended from Nigerian kings.
Yeah.
Al-Farouq Aminu.
Yeah.
Pretty cool name.
Yeah.
I will give him that.
Yeah.
Damn. It's pretty fucked up that now, they just had a whole other fucking religion, and then it's weird that any black person's Christian and, very religious.
Why?
You gotta be. That's just
it's to the same degree as either white people or Christian.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Why? Because why would they believe in a God that's
it's
fucking their shit up? Or why?
Well, yeah. There's two levels. One is what was God just snoozing through the 1400s or whatever the fuck? He just woke up from a nap to realize, like, oh, damn, slavery happened. Fuck. But also, it's like, didn't you have, like, that's part of slavery, is like turning.
But now they got to be people
Christian.
who got over slavery.
Well, there was a
survived.
Christian argument for slavery. No, I'm serious.
I believe it.
Yeah,
because they had to do all those.
Robert E. Lee was
Southern Baptists
against slavery, but he's like, it's in God's hands.
It's in the Bible.
He's like, he's like, personally, I think it's wrong, but if God's not saying shit, I'm not. This is what God wants.
Listen, God wants it. Wow, if I could get to a whole island.
He's
I
providing
just have this
content
basement.
probably for a ton of people.
That's true. Oh, yeah, she's dead. She's toast. Damn.
Yeah, now they're going to kill her.
Who's she? Who's she?
The Clintons are really fucking...
She's the... Julie Brown is the woman that wrote the...
You think they're like... You think the Clintons are like, you know what? The silver lining is this crisis has brought us together as a family. Like Chubb's like, Mom, Dad, we haven't eaten dinner like this in years. And they're like,
there's just a baby on a bed of garlic and lettuce.
It's so nice to sit down for dark
children.
Somebody had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If he's setting up all those people, there's probably a database of every politician fucking a child.
Yeah, he said there were photos of topless women everywhere, said contractor Steve Scully. He worked for Epstein for 6 years beginning in 1999. On his desk, in his office, in his bedroom, Scully, a 69-year-old father of 3 girls, said on a private... Yeah, so let's see if his daughters end up murdered or if he ends up or killing himself anytime soon.
Suicide by Clinton.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. It would not be chill if we also got killed by the Clintons.
I think you're safe. It's probably just Nick.
Yeah. Which I don't give a shit. Martyr me.
They wouldn't give that to you. That's what they know. They know you want that so bad.
Yeah.
They're going to let you exist, and that's your punishment.
Yeah, I kill myself by being impaled by 1,000 arrows.
He ran at a bunch of arrows.
Hell yeah.
He jumped onto a bunch of arrows.
Yeah, just running towards fucking Chappaqua and just being filled with arrows. And I keep getting up and I'm screaming.
Jesus Christ.
This is on my way to Chappaqua.
Or it's just like, those like Velcro things where you jump onto the thing with the Velcro, but instead you're just jumping into a bunch of arrows and then get stuck up there. That'd be great.
Into an Iron Maiden. He put himself into an Iron Maiden.
I love it. It's like when Latino newscasters are always like, tonight in Miami, there was a...
they do it with that. The problems facing that Latino community. But they never do it when it's like, earlier this morning, an illegal immigrant from Mexico ran over an entire field trip of children while drunk off tequila. They don't do it in those situations. It's always when they open a foundation for battered women. Why not do it across the board when they're embracing the other parts of their culture that don't obey, speed limits or
I think that
have insurance.
Yeah.
That'd be a really funny.
He was drunk driving.
In el camino.
Illegal immigrante was drunk driving. The other newscasters like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, I'm trashed. I got drunk with the weather girl trying to fuck her again.
That dude
fuck me. Company. By night, nearly 140 people have been killed across the country, including scores in the state of Morelos, close to the epicenter of the quake, and dozens here in the capital, Mexico City. But the figure was expected to climb, especially because rescuers were still frantically digging out...
They don't do the LR thing.
Frantically digging out people trapped beneath mounds of rubble. My name's Janice Bitch, Channel 7 News. The earthquake hit shortly after 1 p.m. about 100 miles from Mexico City. It registered a preliminary magnitude 7.1, causing heavy and prolonged shaking in the capital. Capitalia. More than 40 buildings and other structurios in Mexico City collapsed, including at least dos schools, officials said, crushing cars and trapping some people inside. No Kira, Taco Bell said emergency workers and ordinary citizens raced to the side. I always wish they would do that. The voice, the change thing, the code switch thing with like tragic stories and not like, there was a parade
and that's
for
why.
Stealing healthcare. It was the 5th annual parade for, getting a job outside of Home Depot or I don't know, whatever.
When I was little, all we had was Antenna, the main channel. Now you get fucking Mega.
Just call it Antenna.
No,
I don't know why do you have to say it that way.
Antenna.
Yeah. I literally did not realialize until this instant that it just
that
is
is
Antenna.
An English word?
Yeah.
That's so stupid. It'd be like a story about like the Latino community and the newscaster. It's like the Latino community can't wait to open up schools for their children to attend.
Bro, I'm not even fucking around. I did not realize it until now.
We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico.